my actual point of discovery came in a way very similar to the movie, where I found myself in a room having thrown everything that I could find in the room against the wall and crying out to God for help, looking for something to help me get past what I felt, and having what was for me an epiphany, similar to the movie, where you have an angel who appears, where you have the person from within who appears to the character in the movie. The same kind of thing happened to me, where I discovered that there was something in me that was worth saving, and from that point began the process of getting myself together again. And I am a pastor. After getting clean, I'd made that decision that I wanted to touch lives. I wanted to do something to impact people like me, and therefore I entered the ministry and I became a pastor, and from there I became a writer. I use my talents the best I can to help people who have gone through this process of being addicted.
I protect people for a living. I've been around the world, and basically it's like I'm from the school of hard knocks, all hands-on training. A lot to contribute to anyone who wants to learn. Those who want to help themselves, I'm there for them. Now I think my turn is to give.
I work with TROSA. I'm Vice President of Business Operations for them. TROSA stands for Triangle Residential Options for Substance Abusers. I feel like I do a lot of good for people. I feel like I help a lot of people and a lot of guys.
I'm a staff member at TROSA. I'm a house manager there. I work directly with the residents after they get off work. I think that's the best job in the whole world. The environment I come from, it's Chicanos, which are Latinos over here, but over there it's Chicanos, and blacks sitting here, and whites sitting here, and Asians sitting here, and Indians sitting here. Everything is segregated in the prisons. And we're always fighting, because I was gang-related for many years in prison, and we're always fighting each other, But over the years, when I got there, I didn't care about nobody. When I got to TROSA, I didn't care about no one. Didn't trust no one, didn't care no one. But along the way, I started learning how to care about people. And to me, that's the most important thing. In a way, I guess I look at it as my redemption for all the bad I've done in my life, you know what I mean? Giving back, always having to give back, always wanting to give back more and more and more. And I too, I'm struggling with that religion thing. It's awkward for me at times. I believe that there's a spiritual, being more greater than us, but I can't, it's not part of my life. It's very hard for me as far as my faith is not there, but I also believe that what I do and just the process of getting to where I got to now is part of that spiritual faith, honesty and caring about other people.
The great thing about, I think, this movie is the ability to, as a person, to sit back and to look through the windows, or better yet, to look through a book of life about the guy Michael, his story. And what we really see is the first chapter of his life, which is a great dream, it's a great romance, and then just by turning the page to the next chapter, we see it seems like his life begins to fall apart. And we really never get a chance to see the end of the story. We just begin to see bits and pieces of the story. But I think the greatest thing is to be able to see and to hear the stories of the men, the real men who have lived through some of these dreams and nightmares as well. And the truth is, we all have our own story. Because although their lives are full of addictions, we really have our own set of addictions. Things that we're drawn to that, believe it or not, they may be enjoyable and pleasurable initially, but they seem to overwhelm and dominate us. And it may not be drugs, it may not be substance abuse, but from time to time there is something that seems to grip us at the very core of our being, way down in the soul. What's your story?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. When man said that I can't do it, something inside told me I can. And when the world saw in me no value at all, Something inside whispered, great man, great man. And when the critics said that I won't make it, I just kept pressing on. And when I told myself that I can't take it, yeah, I just kept holding on.